Hello and welcome to Reading in Bed Extracts with me, Amanda Steele. Now, today I'm going to read 3 poems from Lucy the Tooth Fairy's Last Chance, which is written by Ray Douglas, and these are aimed at children. And I'll start by reading the blurb. Lucy the Tooth Fairy's Last Chance and Some Pretty Witty Ditties is an illustrated children's book containing oodles of rhymes and poems about all kinds of things. Great for all ages, with more than enough to get kids thinking, smiling, laughing, and ultimately interested in and entertained by rhymes and poems. So the first poem I'm going to read is called Nelly the Narrowboat and the Cow That Got Stuck in the Mud. And apart from the poetry in this book, which is good, there's also a lot of fantastic illustrations, which you have to buy the book so you can see, because I can't show you them on the podcast. And this poem in particular has a fantastic illustration that I love of a cow. And I'm not going to try to describe it to you on the podcast, so you'll have to buy the book. So here's the poem, Nelly the Narrowboat and the Cow That Got Stuck in the Mud. Chugging along on a fine day in spring, Nelly wasn't worried about a single thing. The sun was shining, the sky was clear, fish were swimming with plenty to cheer. Rabbits were skipping as a breeze gently swayed, running and hiding in a field as they played. The water glistened on the canal so bright. All in all, the world was just right. But then Nelly caught sight of something amiss. She stopped the engine with a sigh and a hiss. It was Daisy the cow who had been chewing the cud, looking quite in a differ, all stuck in the mud. So Nelly pulled over to where Daisy was stuck. Right up to the middle she was in the muck, and stood right beside her was old Farmer Jed, looking confused and scratching his head. "Whatever's the matter?" she asked right away. "Daisy's got stuck," the farmer did say. "I've been thinking and thinking about what to do, but I've got no ideas. How about you?" Nelly gave some thought on how she could help, then shouted hey presto with a loud clear yelp. "I've got some rope you can tie round your cow, then fasten the other end to my bow." In no time at all the rope had been tied. "Are you ready?" "I am," Nelly replied. She started her engine with a splish and a splash, then shot off forward as quick as a flash. "Moo!" went Daisy as the rope became tight. Nelly was pulling with all of her might. Pull harder, screamed Farmer Jed. So Nelly got stronger, went full steam ahead. Her face became red with sweat on her brow. There were all kinds of noises from Daisy the cow. Jed couldn't watch, so he covered his eyes. But when he looked away, he got a surprise. Because all of a sudden, and quite unaware, Daisy took off and flew through the air. She landed back down with a thump and a thud, but lucky enough, not into more mud. You've done it, said Jed with glee, clapping and dancing for all to see. "Thank you so much is all I can say. Nelly the Narrowboat, you saved the day." Nelly was happy to have helped Farmer Jed, and that her plan had worked just like she had said, so she sailed knowing she had done good for Daisy the cow who had got stuck in the mud. This next poem is called The Troublesome Tooth Fairy, Part 1. Stood in the office of Tooth Fairy Boss, who was ranting and raving and getting all cross. Lucy was shaken, a little bit scared, and couldn't speak back, not that she dared. "It's not good enough," Tooth Fairy Boss said. "You keep waking them up when they're sleeping in bed. That's not the point, not how you were trained. Never before have so many complained. Letters and emails and phone calls we've had from each angry mum and each angry dad to complain on behalf of their sons and daughters, and that shouldn't happen, not at Tooth Fairy headquarters. So tonight has to be your very last chance. No ifs and not buts, no song and no dance. One more simple job, straight there and straight back. Make any mistakes and you'll get the sack." And this final poem is called Vision. Sometimes I look, but I can't see the things which are in front of me. I blink my eyes, I rub them too, to try and change my point of view. I do my best to see what's there. I focus hard, I glare, I stare. But all I see, a furry mess, nothing more than blurriness. I cannot see beyond my nose, don't even try to spot my toes. From time to time I make mistakes. I thought those cats were roller skates. I need my vision, I want my sight. But I'm lucky, yes, that's right. 'Cause soon the problem's been and gone once I put my glasses on. So if you like the sound of those poems or you want to buy the book for your children, then you can get it on Amazon and I'll include the link in the write-up. So thanks for listening and tune in next time. Bye for now.